Hello everyone and welcome to my video lecture series. Our topic for today is gastrulation. Okay, so without wasting further time, let's start with it. Okay, so before we start with gastrulation, I hope everybody knows the structure of a blastocyst or a blastula. So just to recap that, the blastula is basically made up of two type of cells. The cells on the circumference that I am drawing right now, these cells are called as the trophoblast cells. Alright, so these cells surrounding the circumference are called as trophoblast cells. Alright, these are also called as outer layer of cells, which are then formed into trophoblast cells, which are sticky, okay, and help the blastocyst to attach to the inner wall of the uterus. Now I'm going to draw the other cells which are present inside. So these cells which I am drawing in green are called as inner mass of cells, or they are also called as the embryonic knob. Correct? So I hope everybody remembers that. Okay, and the space which is present now, this cavity which is present, as everybody knows, a true cavity is called as a coelom. So since this is the cavity of the blastula, it is also called as blastocele. Alright, and for extra information, these trophoblast cells which I am shading right now, so these trophoblast cells which are surrounding the embryonic knob, only these trophoblast cells are called as cells of Robber. Correct? And the remaining are called as normal trophoblast cells. These cells which surround the embryonic knob are called as cells of Robber. Okay, embryonic knob is formed from the inner mass of cells, trophoblast cells are formed from outer mass of cells. So this is the structure of a blastula, or it is also called as a blastocyst. Alright, so this was just recapping the structure of a blastocyst. So now what happens in gastrulation? Okay, so basically in gastrulation, gastrulation, the blastula gets converted into a structure called as a gastrula. So what is the difference between blastula and gastrula? So what happens is, in this blastula, three germ layers are formed. Okay, so if you know about the germ layers are the linings. The outermost lining is called as the ectoderm. Alright, the middle lining is called as the mesoderm, and the innermost lining is called as the endoderm. So what happens in gastrulation is that the blastula or the blastocyst basically undergoes changes and forms three germ layers, which are the ectoderm, mesoderm and endoderm. So that is called as gastrulation. So it is a process during which the primary germinal layers are formed, which are called as ectoderm, mesoderm and endoderm, and these layers are formed because of rearrangement and growth of cells in the blastula. Okay, so basically there are 7 different steps which are involved in gastrulation. Okay, so we will talk about those steps. Okay, so the first step in gastrulation is called as formation of endoderm. So you have to remember, students, that the three germinal layers which are formed, out of these three layers, the first layer which is formed is called as the endoderm. Okay, so how is this endoderm formed? So from now on, I am going to represent the trophoblast cells using a single line. So in the earlier diagrams, I had drawn the trophoblast cells like this. Alright, But now on, for simplicity, I am just going to draw a single ring. So these actually represent the trophoblast cells. So please keep that in mind, so that the lecture will become easy and it won't become lengthy. Okay, so I'll just erase this off now. So what basically happens in this step is, so first I'm going to draw the trophoblast cells which are present. So these are the trophoblast cells, alright, and the embryonic knob which is present over here. So I remember I had used this color over here. So what happens is, the embryonic knob which is present, correct, so this is the embryonic knob. So what happens is, these outermost cells of the embryonic knob, okay, these cells, the cells on the free surface, they begin to divide, okay, and what happens is, these cells become flat. So what is going to happen is, flat cells will begin to form on the free surface of the embryonic knob, and what happens is, these keep on dividing further and they surround the trophoblast cells as well. So you can see these cells of the embryonic knob have started to multiply and they are surrounding the free area of the trophoblast cells. Do you get me? Okay, so now what happens is, this entire structure, okay, all these cells which have divided from the embryonic knob, along with this cavity present in the center, this is called as the endoderm. It is also called as the embryonic endoderm. So I hope you have understood how the endoderm is formed, friends. An embryonic knob which was present, the free cells or the outermost cells of the embryonic knob became flat, and then they began to divide and they covered up the entire trophoblast cells. The white cells are the trophoblast cells, okay, and this entire structure, now this is a tube like structure which is formed, correct. So this structure which has been formed, correct, so you can see a similar kind of structure has been formed. This structure I have drawn over here, this entire structure is called as the embryonic endoderm, okay, and the space inside the embryonic endoderm is called as gastrocele. Coelom is space or cavity, and gastrocele is the cavity present in the gastrula. Do you get me? So what I will do is, I am going to erase this. Alright, now this entire structure, the cells surrounding the gastrocele, okay, this entire structure is also called as the primitive gut. So in short, you can say that the endoderm that is formed, that is also called as the primitive gut, or it is also called as the archenteron, okay. And later on, this primitive gut or archenteron forms a cavity which is called as the primary yolk sac. Alright, so this is the first stage in gastrulation, that is formation of endoderm. So I hope you have understood. The cells of the embryonic knob rearranged themselves, became flat, and they multiplied and they formed this entire structure called as the embryonic endoderm, which is also called as the primitive gut or the archenteron. The cavity present inside is called as the gastrocele, which was earlier called as the blastocele, and this primitive gut later on forms something called as primary yolk sac. Now this yolk sac does not contain yolk, it contains a fluid. Okay, so that is what you have to remember. The name is yolk sac, but there is no yolk present in humans. Okay, so that is the first step of formation of gastrula. Okay, so the endoderm is formed. Now we will go to the next step. Okay, that is formation of embryonic disc. So for the sake of simplicity, I am just going to erase this. Okay, I am going to continue using this diagram so that it becomes easier for you. Okay, so now what is going to happen is this endoderm has been formed. Okay, now again I will draw the trophoblast cells. Okay, then I'm going to draw the endoderm as well. So what happens is this was the endoderm that was formed, which was also called as the primitive gut, or it was also called as the archenteron. The space or the cavity was called as gastrocele, and this endoderm gave rise to primary yolk sac. Now what's going to happen is these remaining embryonal knob cells which are present, they become columnar. So I hope you know the meaning of columnar. So columnar cells are the cells which are rectangular in shape. Okay, so these cells are called as columnar cells. So these remaining cells become columnar, and so what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the same, I'm going to use a different color. Okay, I'm going to use a yellow color. So these cells I am going to draw as columnar cells. So this is, so you can see what is happening. The remaining cells of the embryonic knob have now converted into flat columnar cells. Okay, and this layer of cells is now called as the embryonic disc. Okay, so this is the second step in gastrulation. So I'm going to rub this and I'm going to write down the name of the second step, and that is called as formation of embryonic disc. So do you get me what I am trying to tell you, friends? So क्या हुआ था, ये जो पहले एम्ब्रियोनिक नॉब था उसके जो सेल्स डिवाइड नहीं हुए थे, दे गॉट कन्वर्टेड इनटू फ्लैट कॉलुमिनर सेल्स. सो अभी ये जितने भी टोटल सेल्स थे उसमें से थोड़े सेल्स चले गए एंडोडम में और बाकी के सेल्स जो थे वो बन गए एम्ब्रियोनिक डिस्क में. सो व्हाट हैपेंड बिकॉज ऑफ दैट इज देयर इज दिस स्पेस विच इज क्रिएटेड. डू यू गेट मी? Okay, so there is this space which is created. So now basically because of this embryonic disc there is the endoderm which is below it and there is this space which is created. Okay, so have you understood the second step? So I hope आपको समझा है ये formation of embryonic disc कैसे हो रहा है. ये second step है. Okay, अभी हम लोग पढ़ने वाले हैं about the third step. Okay, and that is called as formation of that step is called as formation of amniotic cavity. So अभी क्या होने वाला है, अभी ये जो स्पेस है, okay, this space is basically called as amniotic cavity. Do you get me? Okay, so this space is the amniotic cavity. So I am going to label it. Okay, this space is called as प्राइमरी योक सैक। ओके, हम लोग यहाँ पे भी लेबल कर देते हैं। यहाँ पे ये जो पूरा स्ट्रक्चर है उसको हम लोग क्या बोलते हैं, प्राइमरी योक sac, which is formed from archenteron or primitive gut. Okay, and these cells are obviously the embryonic knob. So अभी तक क्या हुआ है, these embryonic knob cells have rearranged themselves into embryonic disc, and because they have become flat, this space is created which is called as amniotic cavity. So अभी situation क्या है, यहाँ पे ऊपर amniotic cavity है, यहाँ पे primary yolk sac है, so ये दो spaces है, and यहाँ पे बीच में है embryonic disc. So now the third step is formation of amniotic cavity. Now this amniotic cavity which is formed is lined by special type of cells. So जैसे ये amniotic cavity form होता है, specialized cells are formed on the roof of the amniotic cavity. So ये जो है ये roof है, ये जो है floor है amniotic cavity का. So these cells which I am drawing in red are called as amniogenic cells. So amniogenic cells form the roof of the amniotic cavity, and the embryonic disc forms the floor of the amniotic cavity. So अभी आपको समझा है, क्लियर है. सो जो एमनियोटिक कैविटी फॉर्म हुआ था उसके ऊपर के जो ट्रोफोब्लास्ट सेल्स थे, दे बिकेम स्पेशलाइज्ड एंड दे फॉर्म्ड सेल्स कॉल्ड एज एमनियोजेनिक सेल्स, एंड द फ्लोर ऑफ द एमनियोटिक कैविटी इज सराउंडेड बाय एम्ब्रियोनिक डिस्क. सो एमनियोटिक कैविटी के ऊपर है एमनियोजेनिक सेल्स, नीचे है एम्ब्रियोनिक डिस्क. सो दैट finishes the third step of gastrulation, which is called as formation of amniotic cavity. Okay, now we will go to the fourth step, which is called as formation of ectoderm. So till now we have seen, first of all, the endoderm was formed. Okay, after the endoderm was formed, the embryonic disc was formed. After the embryonic disc was formed, the amniotic cavity was formed. Now the next step, that is the fourth step, is called as formation of ectoderm. So what is going to happen is, basically these cells of the embryonic disc get rearranged. Some of them get rearranged and they form something called as the ectoderm. So what I am going to do is, I am going to use the yellow color. Okay, and now I am going to shade these cells. Do you get me? So these shaded yellow cells, which were earlier called as the embryonic disc, have now converted into something called as ectoderm. So अभी यहाँ पे labeling change करूँगा मैं. Okay, I will call this as ectoderm. Correct? I will also write down endoderm over here. So now we have the endoderm, we have the ectoderm, and we have the amniotic cavity. Okay, clear? So जो एम्ब्रियोनिक डिस्क के सेल्स थे वही खुद को रीअरेंज करके फॉर्म कर देते हैं ectoderm. So that is the formation of the ectoderm. Clear? Okay, so I will do one thing, I will change the slide now. Okay, so I hope आपको ये steps clear है. First step was formation of endoderm. So what happened was, the free cells of the embryonic knob, okay, they multiplied and they became flat and they formed a structure which is called as endoderm. The endoderm is also called as archenteron or primitive gut, and the cavity is called as gastrocele. This primitive gut or archenteron forms the primary yolk sac. It doesn't contain yolk. Second step was embryonic disc. So ये जो बाकी के embryonic knob cells है, they become columnar and they form the embryonic disc. Because of this, what happens is there is a space which is created, which is called as amniotic cavity. So that is the third step, formation of amniotic cavity. Amniotic cavity का roof जो है, that is formed by amniogenic cells which grow from the trophoblast. So white है वो trophoblast cells है, वहाँ पे amniogenic cells है. So roof of the amniotic cavity is made up of amniogenic cells and the floor is made up of embryonic disc. The fourth step is formation of ectoderm, जहाँ पे these embryonic disc cells will rearrange and they will get converted into ectoderm. So वही cells थे जो embryonic disc के थे, वो अब बन रहे ectoderm, and that is the completion of the fourth step. So now we have endoderm, which is the primary yolk sac, we have the ectoderm, which are embryonic disc cells, and we have amniotic cavity, which has amniogenic cells on the top, and ectoderm below. Clear? Okay, now we are going to make, or we are going to study the fifth step. So I'm going to write down the fifth step. The fifth step is called as formation of embryonic mesoderm. So till now we have seen the endoderm was formed, the ectoderm is formed. So now what is going to happen is the mesoderm is going to form. So what is basically going to happen is these cells, okay, at the terminal portion, ये जो starting और ending के जो cells है embryonic disc या ectoderm के, they are going to divide now. So what is going to happen is these cells will multiply, and ये जो cells multiply होंगे, यहाँ पे तो जगह है नहीं वो multiply होने के लिए, so वो क्या करेंगे, these cells will begin to grow between this ectoderm and this endoderm, and they will also begin to grow between the trophoblast and the endoderm, and they will also grow between the trophoblast and the amniogenic cells. So basically यहाँ पे और यहाँ पे बीच में mesoderm grow होगा, ये दोनों के बीच में mesoderm होगा, यहाँ पे mesoderm होगा. Okay, so I am going to draw the same thing over here. So first of all I am going to draw the trophoblast cells, correct? Then I am going to use this color, correct? So you know ये amniogenic cells है, correct? As हम लोग ने यहाँ पे देखा था, ये जो है वो आपका ectoderm है, correct? And then I am going to draw the endoderm. So again I am going to use the same color, green. Okay, so ये है आपका ectoderm. So again I am going to label, I am sorry, this is the endoderm. So this is also called as the primary yolk sac. Okay, ये क्या है आपके amniogenic cells है, and this yellow line is the, I hope you know now, ectoderm. So आपको चाहिए तो you can compare the two diagrams. So यहाँ पे you can see all these cells are totally tightly arranged, but because ये starting और end के divide होने लग गए बहुत सारे cells, so क्या हुआ, वो cells divide होने के वजह से यहाँ पे और इसके बीच में space हो गया, इनके बीच में space हो गया और यहाँ पे space हो गया. So now these येलो सेल्स विच आर डिवाइडिंग, ये जो एंड के सेल्स है जो डिवाइड हो जाते हैं, उनको मैं ब्लू कलर से दिखाऊंगा. ओके, सो आई एम बेसिकली गोइंग टू यूज दिस ब्लू कलर. ओके, एंड मैं ऐसे डॉट के with the help of these small dots I am going to draw these cells. So these blue colored cells which I am drawing, these are the cells of the mesoderm. आपको समझ में आ रहा है क्या? I hope everybody is understanding what is happening. So यहाँ पे जो ये एंड पे जो एक्टोडर्म के सेल्स थे, एम्ब्रियोनिक डिस्क के सेल्स थे, दे बिगेन टू मल्टीप्लाई, एंड सिंस वो मल्टीप्लाई होने लगे और जगह नहीं था, सो वो इन दोनों के बीच में चले गए, ट्रोफोब्लास्ट एंड एमनियोजेनिक सेल्स। फिर वो एक्टोडर्म और एंडोडर्म के बीच में चले गए, और वो चले गए एंडोडर्म और यहाँ के ट्रोफोब्लास्ट सेल्स के बीच में। ओके, सो दैट इज वाई this and this cavities were separated and even this. so ये जो भी जगह हुआ है वो जगह में कौन से सेल्स आ गए? mesoderm cells. so basically the terminal cells of the ectoderm or the embryonic disc, they multiply and they form the mesoderm. clear है? so this is the third step, this is the fifth step, that is formation of embryonic mesoderm. so now this mesoderm separates, I think I should label this part. so this is called as amniotic cavity. so the mesoderm separates the amniotic cavity from the yolk sac. so दोनों के बीच में mesoderm है. it separates the amniotic cavity from these trophoblast cells, and it also separates the primary yolk sac or the endoderm, which I should write over here. it separates the प्राइमरी yolk sac और द एंडोडर्म फ्रॉम द ट्रोफोब्लास्ट सेल. सो ये और ये ट्रोफोब्लास्ट सेल्स के बीच में आ गए, ये और ये प्राइमरी yolk sac एंड एमनियोटिक कैविटी के बीच में मेसोडर्म आ गया, एंड ट्रोफोब्लास्ट एंड एमनियोटिक कैविटी के बीच में. सो बेसिकली ये एंड ये जो थे तीनों टाइटली पैक्ड थे यहाँ पे, उनके बीच में आ गए ये मेसोडर्म सेल्स. कहाँ से आए मेसोडर्मल सेल्स? ये जो एम्ब्रियोनिक डिस्क या एक्टोडर्म के जो फर्स्ट और लास्ट सेल्स थे वो डिवाइड होने लगे और वहाँ से आ गए ये मेसोडर्म. सो दैट आई हैव शोन बाय ब्लू कलर. clear? so that is the fifth step, that is formation of embryonic mesoderm. okay, now what is going to happen next? that step is called as formation of extra embryonic coelom. so that is the sixth step. okay, so what is coelom? Coelom is a cavity. so this is the sixth step. before I start with the sixth step, I would like to increase the number of these cells. so ये जो मैंने मेसोडर्म के सेल्स निकाले हैं, मैं उनका नंबर थोड़ा इंक्रीज़ करता हूँ, क्योंकि ये नेक्स्ट स्टेप जो है एक्स्ट्रा एम्ब्रियोनिक सीलोम के लिए, वो एक्सप्लेन करने में मुझे थोड़ा इजी लगेगा. क्लियर? सो आई होप फ्रेंड्स यू हैव अंडरस्टूड द सीक्वेंसेस ऑफ गैस्ट्रुलेशन अप टिल नाउ. फर्स्ट स्टेप वॉज फॉर्मेशन ऑफ एंडोडर्म. एंडोडर्म के बाद फॉर्म हुआ था एम्ब्रियोनिक डिस्क. एम्ब्रियोनिक डिस्क के बाद हुआ था एमनियोटिक कैविटी. बाद में एक्टोडर्म फॉर्म हुआ था, फिर मेसोडर्म फॉर्म हुआ एक्टोडर्म में से, एंड फाइनली अभी हम लोग देखने वाले हैं एक्स्ट्रा एम्ब्रियोनिक सीलोम. सो अभी व्हाट हैपन्स इन दिस स्टेप इज, सो एक स्पेस क्रिएट होता है. इज इट okay? so what I'm going to do is I'm going to use an eraser. ठीक है, और मैं ऐसा स्पेस क्रिएट करने वाला हूँ. ठीक है, मैं वापस ड्रॉ करूँगा, सो यू डोंट वरी. so as you can see a space has been created. so I am again going to draw. so what happens is, ये मेसोडर्म है जो मैं यहाँ पे निकाल रहा हूँ, करेक्ट? and then again I am drawing mesoderm. so you can see all the blue areas are mesoderm. Clear? Okay, I am also going to use this yellow color to draw this ectoderm properly. Okay, and I'm also going to use the green color to draw the endoderm properly. ओके, सो अभी आप देख सकते हो दिस मीजोडर्म जो है उसके बीच में यहाँ पे ये बीच में एक स्पेस आ गया है. ओके, एंड यहाँ पे भी बीच में एक स्पेस आ गया है. ठीक है, सो दिस स्पेस इज बेसिकली कॉल्ड एज सीलोम. ओके, नाउ ये जो स्पेस है ये अंदर का स्पेस है. सो दिस इज कॉल्ड एज इंट्रा एम्ब्रियोनिक सीलोम. एंड दिस स्पेस, ये जो बीच में स्पेस क्रिएट हुआ है मीजोडर्म के बीच में, this is called as extra embryonic coelom. Are you getting me? So earlier ये पूरा मीजोडम भरा हुआ था. नेक्स्ट स्टेप में क्या हुआ, ये जो मीजोडम है उसके बीच में एक सीलोम या कैविटी फॉर्म हुआ जिसके वजह से मीजोडम के दो लेयर्स आ गए. ओके, सो जो अंदर वाला मीजोडम का लेयर है वो ये है जो मैं अभी आपको दिखा रहा हूँ ड्रॉ करके. ठीक है, सो दिस इज द इनर मीजोडर्मल लेयर एंड दिस इज द आउटर mesodermal layer, and between the inner and the outer layers is formed the coelom or the cavity. ये cavity जो है ये दोनों mesoderm के बीच में, that is called as intraembryonic coelom, and this cavity which is present is the extraembryonic coelom. So that is the next step, formation of extraembryonic coelom. Clear? Okay, now because of this extraembryonic coelom the mesoderm is divided into two parts. बराबर है. सो हम लोग यहाँ पे लेबल कर सकते हैं. ये जो बाहर का है उसको मैं 1 करूँ लेबल, और ये जो अंदर का मीजोडर्म है उसको मैं 2 करूँ. करेक्ट? आई थिंक आई शुड यूज़ डिफरेंट पेन्स, सो आई विल यूज़ पर्पल कलर. सो ये जो सीलोम है इसको मैं 1 लेबल करता हूँ, ये जो है इसको मैं 2 करता हूँ. So this mesoderm which is present on the border or the circumference, okay, that mesoderm is called as parietal. Parietal मतलब on the boundary. Extra embryonic mesoderm. And ये जो mesoderm है which is present inside the coelom, that is called as visceral extra embryonic mesoderm. Is this clear? So this ends the 6th step, that is the formation of extra embryonic coelom. So again we are going to just revise. So ectoderm जैसे ही फॉर्म होता है, ectoderm के एंड के जो सेल्स है they begin to divide and they form the mesoderm. Okay, the entire mesoderm is formed. It separates the trophoblast and the primary yolk sac. It separates the trophoblast and the amniotic cavity, and it separates the amniotic cavity and the primary yolk sac. बराबर है. So ये सब के बीच में mesoderm आ जाता है. नेक्स्ट स्टेप में क्या होने वाला है, मीजोडर्म जो है वो स्प्लिट अप हो जाता है 2 पार्ट्स में, बिकॉज कैविटी क्रिएट हो जाता है बीच में विच इज कॉल्ड एज एक्स्ट्रा एम्ब्रियोनिक सीलोम. बिकॉज ऑफ द एक्स्ट्रा एम्ब्रियोनिक सीलोम द 2 लेयर्स ऑफ मीजोडर्म आर कॉल्ड एज द आउटर लेयर जो है बाहर, दैट इज एक्स्ट्रा एम्ब्रियोनिक मीजोडर्म, एंड जो अंदर के साइड पे है दैट इज विसरल एक्स्ट्रा एम्ब्रियोनिक मीजोडर्म. सो पैराइटल एक्स्ट्रा एम्ब्रियोनिक मीजोडर्म किसको सराउंड करेगा? इट विल ऑब्वियसली surround the trophoblast cells. Is this clear? समझ रहा है ना? सो जो parietal extraembryonic mesoderm है that is surrounding the trophoblast cells, and the visceral extraembryonic mesoderm is surrounding these 2 cavities. So it surrounds amniotic cavity and it also surrounds the primary yolk sac or the endoderm. Clear? So visceral extraembryonic mesoderm surrounds these two cavities, and the parietal extraembryonic mesoderm surrounds the trophoblast, and between these two layers is the space which is called as extraembryonic coelom. Is this clear? Okay. And finally we come to the last step of gastrulation, and that is called as formation of chorion and amnion. So I'm going to erase this step, and I'm going to write down the seventh step, that is formation of chorion and amnion. So this is a very simple step. Basically chorion मतलब क्या? Chorion is the trophoblast cells surrounded by the parietal extraembryonic mesoderm. समझ रहे? So chorion is equal to trophoblast cells throughout this gastrula plus the surrounding parietal extraembryonic mesoderm, that is chorion. And amnion क्या है? Amnion is the amniogenic cells surrounded by the visceral extraembryonic mesoderm. So I will do one thing, I will take another slide and I will just draw the structure. So वापस I am going to draw trophoblast cells, बराबर है? Trophoblast cells के बाद I am going to draw the amniotic cavity. So now when I am drawing the amniotic cavity, ये जो सेल्स है ऊपर के वो एमनियोजेनिक सेल्स है और ये जो है वो एक्टोडम है, पर मैं एक ही कलर से दिखा रहा हूँ, बराबर है? एंड देन बिलो दैट आई एम गोइंग टू ड्रॉ द एंडोडम which is also called as primitive gut और which is also called as primary yolk sac, बराबर है? ये जो कैविटी है वो एमनियोटिक कैविटी है, ये जो है वो है प्राइमरी yolk sac. Clear? These cells are amniogenic cells and these cells are the ectoderm. Clear? And now what I am going to draw is I am going to draw the mesoderm cells. So ये जो mesoderm का layer जो मैं draw कर रहा हूँ that is called as parietal extraembryonic mesoderm. So this is surrounding the trophoblast cells. Correct? So this is parietal extraembryonic mesoderm, and then there is the coelom which is formed, and coelom के बाद the other layer is called as visceral extraembryonic mesoderm. So आप देख सकते हो the mesoderm which is surrounding the primary yolk sac and the amniotic cavity, that is called as the visceral extraembryonic mesoderm. Correct? So this is parietal extraembryonic mesoderm and this is visceral, I should write this down, extraembryonic. Parietal मतलब towards the periphery or towards the circumference, visceral मतलब towards the center. I have already explained extra embryonic का मीनिंग क्या है. एक्स्ट्रा एम्ब्रियोनिक मतलब मीजोडर्म जो ये दोनों कैविटीज के बाहर के साइड पे है, दैट इज एक्स्ट्रा एम्ब्रियोनिक. इंट्रा एम्ब्रियोनिक मतलब ये जो बीच में जो मीजोडर्म है उसको इंट्रा बोलते हैं. क्लियर? सो दिस इज विसेरल एक्स्ट्रा एम्ब्रियोनिक मीजोडर्म, दिस इज पैराइटल एक्स्ट्रा एम्ब्रियोनिक. अभी हम लोग कोरियन एंड एमनियन देखते हैं. सो आई एम जस्ट गोइंग टू सिलेक्ट द पार्ट. ओके, सो ये जो पार्ट है, सो दिस इज ट्रोफोब्लास्ट सेल्स प्लस पैराइटल एक्स्ट्रा एम्ब्रियोनिक मेसोडर्म. सो ये जो पूरा पार्ट है ट्रोफोब्लास्ट सेल्स प्लस पैराइटल, दीज टू आर टुगेदर कॉल्ड एज कोरियन. समझा आपको? सो ये जो लेयर है थ्रू आउट इसको हम लोग बोलते हैं कोरियन, एंड एमनियन जो है वो ये लेयर है. मतलब एमनियोजेनिक सेल्स plus visceral mesoderm. So these two give rise to amnion. समझ रहे आपको? So amnion is visceral extra embryonic mesoderm plus amniogenic cells. So सिर्फ इतना एरिया जो amniogenic cells का है वो that is amnion, and chorion is in general trophoblast cells plus parietal extraembryonic mesoderm. So that is basically the end of gastrulation. There are 7 steps. Okay, so we will write down the steps. अगर आप लोग को याद है तो फर्स्ट स्टेप was formation of endoderm, बराबर है. Second was formation of embryonic disc. Third was formation of amniotic cavity. amniotic cavity के रूफ पे amniogenic cells है, नीचे क्या है, embryonic disc है, और वो जो embryonic disc है वो किस में फॉर्म हो जाएगा, it will form the endoderm. So that is the next step, sorry, ectoderm. So that is formation of ectoderm. Okay, then finally free cells of the ectoderm will divide and they will form the mesoderm. So that is the fifth step, formation of embryonic mesoderm. So वो ब्लू कलर के सेल्स आपको याद है, एंड mesoderm फॉर्म होने के बाद क्या होगा, फॉर्मेशन ऑफ एक्स्ट्रा एम्ब्रियोनिक सीलोम. सो mesoderm स्प्लिट हो जाएगा, दोनों के बीच में गैप हो जाएगा जिसको हम लोग बोलेंगे एक्स्ट्रा एम्ब्रियोनिक सीलोम, एंड बिकॉज ऑफ दैट द एम्ब्रियोनिक mesoderm विल बी डिवाइडेड इनटू parietal and visceral mesoderm, and finally at the end 2 structures are formed. These structures are called as chorion and amnion. So chorion is trophoblast cells plus parietal extraembryonic mesoderm. Amnion is amniogenic cells plus visceral embryonic mesoderm. Clear? So these 7 steps are there. Okay, तुरंत से डायग्राम के हिसाब से हम लोग देखते थे. So ये पहला स्टेप था. The first step was called as formation of endoderm. So क्या हुआ था, जो एम्ब्रियोनिक नॉब थे वो सेल्स फ्री सरफेस पे थे, डिवाइड होने लग गए. ये जो पूरा स्ट्रक्चर फॉर्म हुआ उसको हम लोग बोलते हैं आर्केंटरॉन या फिर प्रिमिटिव गट. कैविटी जो है उसको बोलते हैं गैस्ट्रोसील, एंड दिस प्रिमिटिव गट और आर्केंटरॉन डेवलप्स इनटू योक सैक. इसके अंदर योक नहीं रहता. ये पूरे स्ट्रक्चर को बोलते हैं एम्ब्रियोनिक एंडोडर्म. सेकेंड स्टेप में क्या हुआ, ये जो एम्ब्रियोनिक नॉब के बाकी के सेल्स थे वो कॉलुमनार सेल्स हो गए. ओके, एंड वो सेल्स को हम लोग बोल रहे थे एम्ब्रियोनिक डिस्क. एंड बिकॉज ऑफ फॉर्मेशन ऑफ एम्ब्रियोनिक डिस्क व्हाट हैपेंड वाज, यहाँ का बाकी का स्पेस फ्री हो गया, एंड दैट वाज कॉल्ड एज एमनियोटिक कैविटी. सो एमनियोटिक कैविटी में जो ट्रोफोब्लास्ट के सेल्स है उनको हम लोग बोलते हैं एमनियोजेनिक सेल्स विच फॉर्म द रूफ ऑफ एमनियोटिक कैविटी, एंड उसके नीचे थे एम्ब्रियोनिक डिस्क के सेल्स. नेक्स्ट स्टेप वाज फॉर्मेशन ऑफ एक्टोडर्म. सो एक्टोडर्म इज बेसिकली नथिंग बट द एम्ब्रियोनिक डिस्क cells. So these embryonic disc cells get differentiated into ectoderm. So now we have endoderm, we have ectoderm, and we have amniotic cavity. Next step is formation of embryonic mesoderm. So mesoderm कैसे form होता है? These cells which are present at the periphery of the ectoderm, they begin to divide rapidly and they go and insert themselves between these two spaces, these two spaces and these two spaces. So क्या होता है, you can see blue color के cells form हो जाते हैं जो ये एमनियोटिक कैविटी एंड योक सैक को सेपरेट करते हैं, एमनियोटिक कैविटी एंड ट्रोफोब्लास्ट को सेपरेट करते हैं, एंड सेपरेट करते हैं प्राइमरी योक सैक एंड ट्रोफोब्लास्ट को. So that is the 6th step, that is embryonic mesoderm is formed, which is shown by blue cells. The 7th step is formation of extra embryonic coelom. So the mesoderm is split up, बीच में एक space आ जाता है, that is called as extra embryonic coelom. This is intra embryonic coelom, and because of the coelom the mesoderm gets divided into outer and inner mesoderm. Outer is called as parietal, inner is called as visceral. Parietal surrounds the trophoblast cells, visceral surrounds the amniotic cavity and the primary yolk sac or the endoderm. Clear? Last stage is formation of chorion and amnion. So in chorion and amnion, chorion matlab trophoblast cells plus the parietal mesoderm which is surrounding, ये दोनों together we call it as chorion, and amnion is amniogenic cells of the amniotic cavity, ये cells which are surrounded by obviously visceral mesoderm. So visceral mesoderm plus amniogenic cells, amnion. यहाँ पे parietal mesoderm plus trophoblast cells, chorion. So that is the last step, and these are the steps. Okay, so students, that is the end of our video lecture. If you found this lecture at a fast rate, if you found that I was going at a faster rate, then you can easily pause and you can rewind the video. Okay, so I hope you have understood. Thanks a lot for listening patiently.